Welcome back to Market on Close. Let's talk about the big move in crypto, because not only is Facebook's a big announcement on the way, Bitcoin's already made an announcement on its own. Scott Bauer, CEO of Prosper Trading Academy. So BTC, we're now at year-to-date highs again. Scott, the little sell-off was short-lived. How are you approaching this as a trader?
Man, Facebook's only up 4% today. Bitcoin's up 10% since Friday. Unreal. You have to look at this if you're on the sidelines and say, is this a FOMO trade or is there more to it? Right? We've seen this play out before with Bitcoin. When it gets on one of these runs in both directions, Oliver, both up and down, it's a pile-on trade. This one, is it any different? I look at this one, and you and I had several conversations about 2 months ago about the exact same move when Bitcoin was around 55, in 5,500. And if you remember, it traded up there, traded back down, and you said, what are you doing here? And I said, well, it's actually a big technical area, and if it comes back up through 55, I want in. Same thing here with this move. As huge as this move is right now, this area right here, 9,400. 9,400 is major technical resistance. It hit there almost to the penny, retreated back down to 88, and now is trending back up there again. If it breaks through there, that's actually a time to get in. So this is almost, as my good friend Charlie Moon talks about all the time, it's a buy high and sell low type of scenario.
All right, so this is interesting. Because it's I like that you're saying it this way, Scott, because it really acknowledges the momentum nature of Bitcoin to both ends, as you mentioned. The 94 area, I mean, are you looking back basically at last year's action to see levels where it hit as potential resistance? Where does that come from? I know 94 was roughly the high of the spring of last year in May as it tried to bounce back.
Exactly. And if you look even going back to 2017 and look at some trend lines, and that was the high last year, but if you go back all the way to 2017, that number comes into play as a very technical number. Now, I will tell you, if it breaks through that, 10,000, I'm not going to say it's a layup because it's hard to say anything with Bitcoin is a layup, but man, oh man, that is going to be a magnet for this crypto here if we break through 9,400, both psychologically and fundamentally.
Yep. So, Scott, when you do this, I mean, how are you trading it? I imagine that with Bitcoin and the volatility, it's not completely one-sided. Can you give me an idea how you structure it? I'm guessing you're using futures or what?
Yeah, it's like walking on eggshells, let me tell you, because it's real hard to hedge this, obviously. So yeah, doing it with futures here at the CME, and what you have to do then is really try and have a tight stop. Now, when you get a move like we've seen over the last 3 days, over the weekend here, and you see a move of 10%, and you see a rush of activity and volume come in and getting, price swings that are in the hundreds at a tick, not $20, it's much more difficult. So with these kind of moves, these big momentum moves and the FOMO moves that are out there, you have to be able to take a little bit of heat to get in the game.
Yeah. All right. So you got to be ready for the heat if you're in the crypto kitchen. Scott, last point on the Facebook thing. I guess some of the narrative I hear is it is a validation of the blockchain, it's a validation of cryptos and this, so that's behind the move. I don't pretend to know what's behind really any move in Bitcoin, but will the announcement be an important catalyst? Is there something that could come of this that launches BTC higher if it's indeed behind some of the strength, or is there something in it that could push it down if it is how do you view this as playing into the whole crypto thing in Bitcoin?
It's more about validation, right? I mean, Bitcoin's been around for however long it's been trading for and really in the news, 5-6 years, whatever it is.
Sure.
And now slowly but surely, and now it's really accelerating, we're getting validation. We're getting validation from people that used to poo-poo it. Look at Jamie Dimon and JP Morgan, UBS, just to name a few, and now Facebook. So it's really more of validation, not just of Bitcoin, but of the whole process of using blockchain. And obviously with Bitcoin being the leader and its market cap now almost 165 or 170 billion dollars, that's where people are putting their money. And what's really interesting, Oliver, you look at this move, the altcoins are moving, but not nearly as in lockstep with Bitcoin as they normally do.
Yeah, all right, nice. Scott, appreciate it. We got to run. I know this will not be the last time we talk crypto. Looking forward to the next one. We'll see you tomorrow. Scott Bauer, CEO of Prosper Training Academy. We'll be right back.